fans, my name is John and I'll be continuing the review of the 12-inch Kenner or Hasbro line at this point. And this is the Power of the Force line. These came out between 1998 and 1999, right before episode 1. These were the last of the 12-inch figures for the Power of the Force line. And these are completely redesigned packaging. I did review of other 12-inch figures before this, including the episode 1 figures, so I encourage you guys to check those out if you guys haven't seen those already. But let's take a closer look at these 6 figures. Hey Star Wars fans, so these are the first 3 figures I'm going to show you. These were all 3 released in 1998. Notice that Ponababa on the right retail for $20 at Toys R Us, while the 2 here retail for $25. I'm not sure why the price changed. Perhaps Toys R Us, maybe the retail is increased. Later on, the 12-inch line would go back to $20. And these are actually a lot different in package design than the previous Power of the Force 2 figures I showed you, 12-inch line anyway. You had the collector series with the flap, and you had the Action Collection, which were open, kind of like these, but these are a little bit different. This package design is more to fit kind of the Power of the Force line of 3 3/4 inch figures. Also, it is designed very similar to the episode 1 12-inch figures, which I did a review on right a couple of videos before this one. Okay, this is Luke Skywalker. He is with this Danoga tentacle. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but he is with Stormtrooper. And previously, Luke and Stormtrooper was only available through the 2-pack. I showed you exclusive 2-pack. This is a little bit different. He's got black markings, he's got garbage all over him, and his hair is wet, slicked back, and he's got the tentacle wrapped around him. He's got a mic there in the top left corner, communication, so he can talk to C-3PO. He has a rifle with firing rifle there, and it can fit into his holster right there, but very detailed. His helmet does fit him, and is I like the detail of this figure. His hair is a little bit more blonde. I think they still didn't match his hair color. It's too blonde. It's almost like, looks like his hair is the same color as his skin. I think it should be a little bit darker. I know previously they did Luke in Jedi Knight, which previously, and that was a little darker hair. This is, I don't know why they went back to the like really bleached blonde hair. That's kind of weird. But you got a window here, fully posable, a thinly styled outfit and accessories on the back. You got a picture. Now, they didn't really give as much information as they did in the collector series line, unfortunately, and it just shows him and Han Solo. Coming soon, in 1999, episode 1, new characters, vehicles, and worlds. And these are the other 3 figures. You got Obi-Wan Kenobi, glowing lightsaber, and Ponababa with removable arm. Okay? You use the proof of purchase right there in the bottom right, your copyright in the bottom left. And overall, I really like this figure. These are very heavy figures. Here's Obi-Wan Kenobi. He was obviously released in the first 4 figures I showed you before. He doesn't have the robe with him on this one, but he has got this lightsaber that does glow in the dark. It looks kind of light blue, but in the dark it looks pretty cool. And he comes with the shield, blast shield for Luke, and the droid, I'm not sure what that droid is called, but the one that flies around and for training. So this is like Obi-Wan Kenobi with training. So it's interesting that these 2 things came with Obi-Wan and not another Luke Skywalker, but very cool. And the blast shield does fit the head, so if you have a Luke, you can use that. Same thing on the side. On the back, it's a picture of him fighting Darth Vader. It's interesting they don't have a picture of him on the Millennium Falcon doing the training, but very cool. I believe this is the same head as the other Obi-Wan Kenobi. I might be wrong on that, but very detailed looking figure. Okay, the last one I'm going to show you here, at least 3. I'll have 3 more to show you after this, but this is Ponababa, and he's obviously the Cantina alien. He comes with a movable arm. You see the Velcro there, so it sticks, and his gun, I think, is actually molded into his hand. I might be wrong on that, but he's got the hairy palms there, hairy hands. And here's a picture of him fighting with or arguing with Obi-Wan Kenobi in the cantina. Wooher is in the background there, behind the counter, about to duck and hiding. So, and talks in the top right corner here, just talks about the line itself. Now this time, you notice also that this is now saying Hasbro, where the other 12-inch Power of the Force figures said Kenner. Kenner was owned by Hasbro, and still is, but they just eventually switched over to Hasbro. Here's the last 3 figures I'm going to show you in this Power of the Force line. And some of these figures are actually pretty hard to find, because when the figures were released later in the line, They, for some reason, are releasing more limited supply, and makes it a little bit more harder to find. So we'll start with Princess Leia. Now, Princess Leia was also available in the FAO Schwartz exclusive with RTD2. Really cool set. I have that. It is in my closet. It is buried under a bunch of other things. I will do a review over that soon to show you guys that. But this is a really cool detailed looking figure. Slave Leia. You can see the detail. And there's the side. And on the back, it's a little bit different than the other figures I just showed you, because now you see the episode 1 here in bold, because this is 1999. This is the same year that episode 1 came out. You get the fan club thing here now with Darth Maul. That's different. You got the Jedi Master Points, which is also different. 1999 in the back. So if you didn't have the FAO Schwartz exclusive, you can actually pick this up as well. Now here is Chewbacca, and you can see he's 13 inches tall. He's got the legs that bend there. I don't like this one. Other Chewbacca had actually the hair. This one does not. He's heavy and kind of detailed, but hit the bowcaster. I'm just not a big fan of this particular Chewbacca. I think they could have done a better job. I like the fact that the other Chewbaccas I showed you before had hair. And this, it's a shame this one doesn't. Notice also the difference is this has Action Collection on the sides, where the other three I showed you did not have that. So just some subtle differences to keep in mind when you're looking for these figures. And here he is talking to Han Solo and Luke Skywalker and Endor in Return of the Jedi. And here is Han Solo with magnetic detonators, and this one actually is fairly rare. I shouldn't say rare, but more uncommon anyway. He's got the detonators there in the top right corner. He's got the Endor poncho gear. I like the likeness to Han Solo. It looks like Harrison Ford. He's even got the scar on his chin if you look very carefully. He's got the pistol as well. And here's the back, just like the other 20 Jedi Master Points. So subtle differences between 1999 and 1998. But overall, I love these lines of 12-inch figures. It's too bad that Hasbro does not make these anymore. But we'll continue the review over other 12-inch figures in future videos, and I'll be sure to show you the FAO Schwartz Princess Leia with RTD2 as well. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. May the Force be with you always. Take care.